I think where's Chandni? Chandni stole my childhood career dream. I've been wanting to be a child actor. The trouble is, you can only have the dream of wanting to be a child actor for a few years. You kind of grow out of it, and it's now a little too late. And now the cycle is going to continue. I'm going to try to make my son do it and all of that. But this is great. I'm glad. I'm glad I know you. This has been a dream of mine for a very long time. Yeah. So just one, congrats to all of the winners. I'd love to know from the group if there is anyone who had applied last year, didn't get through, applied again this year and got through. Damn, you guys are good. Okay, amazing. Okay, so I'm going to come to the just a small couple of pieces. I did not realize that this would be a AC positive event, so the shorts is clearly not working, and I'm very cold as we speak. But Mr. So how many of y'all, just the winners, could y'all raise your hands, please, just for a second? Okay, fantastic. How many of y'all are good at this whole networking thing? No? Okay. Clap your hands if you suck at networking. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. So, yeah, you kind of have to stop sucking at networking now. I don't think there's a choice. I think amongst everything that everyone has told you today here is true. I'm just going to add two very small things. You have to stop sucking at networking. It doesn't matter if you're actually good or actually bad at it. Nobody cares. Just do it. I kind of feel it's one of those things where you have to stop. You have to stop, like, the whole I have to be myself kind of thing. It's fine if you're not yourself. It's perfectly fine. Pretend you're an extrovert who knows how to do networking really well. Go have con there. For all you know, the other person's also pretending. And trust me, I suck at networking so badly. I am still a pretend extrovert. Genuinely not. And I think, like your portfolio, I think networking will also happen with a ton of bloopers in the beginning. I will share one blooper just so you all know that it can get that bad, and anything above this is great. So this was, funnily enough, as luck would have it, this was at Cannes. This was my first year at Cannes, like about a little more than half a decade ago. There was one of India's biggest creative leaders. I won't name them because they would be embarrassed to be part of the story. There is no other reason. But there was one evening party that was happening after one of the events, and it was my first year over there. And when you suck at networking, right, you don't know the rules, so you don't know how to play it cool. So you kind of just go like 4 steps ahead and ask questions that you're only supposed to ask by the 4th or 5th meeting, like directly. I didn't know that, I just went for it. And this was in, 2015, 2016 types. And I kind of just, like, there was this person was, I was a few drinks down, they were a few drinks down, etc. And I don't know why I was so riled up. So I just went to them and I'm like, there's so much going on in our country, right? Why aren't you doing something about it? I spoke to them like they were a politician. No, they were like, and the kind thing is, and that's the one really kind thing about our industry's veterans, they don't judge you for making networking mistakes. I have actually seen that to be a supremely kind thing, because I've also seen parallelly in other industries where young people get totally judged basis the way in which they network, and that gets remembered. Oh, yes, I remember what you said in that party that day ago, ha, ha, ha. Trust me, I think the advertising veterans, they know how to take it easy. They know how to forgive you for general mistakes that you might kind of make. So yeah, I think especially if you suck at networking, don't worry about it. Just keep doing it, keep pretending, and at some point it'll all kind of work out. That's one. And secondly, one small regret that I have from my 2016 impact situation is Chandni, you and I were part of the same batch, right? Have we ever spoken since then? Yeah. Why? Why didn't we do that? The thing is, and I'd like to think that we were not the only antisocial batch, but generally, I don't know if there is a culture amongst impact winners to actually get to know each other really well. A new employee at your firm might be one of you guys. Your next co-founder, if you choose to start up, might be in this very room. So yes, please network with the industry veterans. They have a ton to share. But also, please get to know each other beyond the general formal boundaries of, oh, where do you work? I work here. What are you working on? Blah, 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 blah. Like, that'll take 5-6 minutes. Try to get past that and try to have a real conversation. How many of y'all have studied advertising to be in this industry? Okay, super. Wonderful. So that's like 20%, right? Pretty much? Okay. So it's a funny thing in our industry. Like, it's not like medicine, let's say, where academia and the industry are so closely linked together, right? Like, the Ames campus and the Ames college are literally right next to each other. You can see how closely linked education and work is, for instance, in medicine. That's also one of the reasons where you can't have a surgeon come into a room and go, screw the books. I'm going to operate the way I want. But it happens in our line of work a lot, right? Screw whatever Kotler said, screw whatever. I mean, all of the books, sir, which you kind of mentioned in the beginning, all of them have tremendous gems, but I'm sure there'll be people reading those books and also saying, screw what's written in the book, I will go by instinct. Can't happen in some other fields. I guess that's also because what that's kind of made education become in our line of work is your batch essentially becomes your syllabus. This might be true of all of the people who have studied. How many of you all studied advertising? How many of you all are still in touch with the people who you all studied advertising with? How many of you all have dreams to probably work with the people that you studied advertising with? 1, 2? Yeah? Okay. So I call it frepotism. Frepotism is nepotism with friends. We do frepotism all the bloody time in our line of work. It's what keeps the wheel spinning round and round. People who instinctively vibe with others, who find a genuine intellectual energy between the two, they also happen to get along really well. They also happen to be friends, and boom, they figure a way to work together. Trust me, this is our lifeblood. This is how we end up doing a lot of the good work that we do. So you all should consider tonight almost like there's a reason why this whole thing has a very campus-type feel. I know y'all didn't, like, all of the winners, I know y'all didn't study together, but consider yourselves a batch. Please get to know each other as you would get to know a batchmate from college. And please feel free to practice as much frepotism as you can. Have a great night.